Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash, Yahweh, being the true name of the Father, as the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, being the name of the Son, as the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, along with the Holy Spirit, who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and to the brothers that's pushing this truth in sincerity, risking life and freedom to do so. And shalom to the brothers and sisters that are listening and learning. This is your brother Labar coming to you with another lesson in truth. And we have wrapped up the Passover and we're in the days of unleavened bread. So I'm gonna get into this quick lesson, to break this down to you. What is the Passover and what is the days of unleavened bread, right? So these are days that we're supposed to be celebrating, right? And it's supposed to be a solemn Passover, right? Right here. I'm gonna start at the top. It's getting straight to the point. It says read Bible verses about the tradition of Passover in the Old and New so-called Testament, right? Learn how Yahweh Shah HaMashiach was the fulfillment of the lamb sacrifice for Passover. All right, so Yahweh Shah came to be that sacrificial lamb for the nation of Israel. It said, what is Passover? So I'm going to give you the origin of it. Passover in the Bible originates from the book of Exodus, when Yahweh instructed Moses and Aaron and the Israelite people in Egypt to mark their houses with the blood of a lamb so that the Lord would pass over, right? The death angel, right? Their houses and spare their firstborn son. So biblical text is found in Exodus chapter 12. So let's go to that real quick. And I'm going to go back, I'm going to go to the days of unleavened bread. It says, Exodus 12:1. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, 2, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. So they go to show you too, that the beginning of the year is at this time, right? It's not, and it makes sense because that's where everything is springing back into life, right? The so-called white man did January as the first of the year, right? Which would be the worship of the god Janus, and everything would be dead and dormant, right? This devil, right? But the beginning of the year is around this time, right? It says, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. So this is the first of the year, all right? We didn't go off no Gregorian calendar, Gregorian calendar, Salakia. 3, speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. 4, and if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. All right, so this is the instruction. Let me go down to 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day, Salaki about that, the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. Right, so this going into the instructions on how to do this, right? So this is where this comes from. Let me go down to 15. Matter of fact, let me go to 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, right? So we to always remember this and rehearse the righteous acts, right? Now, if you're a brother or sister that couldn't keep it, right, or you didn't feel worthy of it, this is not a requirement, but you do need to be doing your culture, right? Rehearsing the righteous acts, right? This is the part of our culture, so you need to be getting into it at some point, right? But if you wasn't able to do it, it's always room to grow and improvement, right? Maybe next time. And you shall a keep it a feast to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah throughout your generations. And ye shall keep it a feast by the ordinance forever. So this is a ordinance forever, man. 15, 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. So that'll be right after the Passover. You know, the next day would be the 7 days of unleavened bread. It says, even the first day ye shall put away leaven out your houses. So you're really supposed to be putting anything with leaven out of your house, right? But you know, you got to do this best you can. For whatsoever, let me get back into this. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the seventh day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. So yeah, very, very serious thing right here. So let's go into this unleavened bread. All right. It says unleavened bread symbolizes the Israelites' haste when they escaped from slavery in Egypt after the death of all the firstborns. According to the scriptures, the Israelites fled so quickly and immediately the bread didn't have time to rise. This is why God, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, commanded the Israelites to commemorate this event by celebrating the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It says, by eating this kind of bread, they will always remember the victory that Yahweh has given them to enter into the promised land. So yeah, not anything with any leaven, because it's, you know, going back into a little leaven for us is sin, puff it up, you know, a person, right? In the spiritual sense. But we didn't eat anything with leaven in it, right? And that's your breads, you know, your pretty much your bakery products, right? Cookies, anything that has leaven in it and rises, right? All right, so that's why we'll be eating unleavened bread, right? All right, so you can do your research on which you can and can't eat, right? So let's go here. I think you get the gist of it, man. It ain't that complicated. This the book of Numbers, Salakia 28, and I think I'm gonna start at 16. It says, in the 14th day of the first month is the Passover of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And in the 15th day of this month is the feast. 7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten. Right? So it's real straight and short to the point, right? You know, and I can go deeper into this lesson, right? To go into the whole spiritual aspect of all this, but I was just trying to make it short and sweet for you brothers and you sisters so you can get a understanding, a basic understanding of what this going into. But you know, it's always deep, you know, a deeper understanding to it. It's a whole spiritual understanding to this as well. And that's why Yahweh Shah was known as the sacrificial lamb, right? Because this came from this custom, right? And Yahweh got impeccable timing, right? He does everything with a strategy, right? Way above our comprehension. But yeah, that's what Passover and the unleavened 7 days of unleavened bread is talking about. All right, if you want to do more research, you know, go into it, right? But hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Shalom.